You was your former son for Francis Akweni, and then see a share more. Oh my God, about channel so OGB for short. So and any day you can tell us over here, Pacho. Just smash the subscribe button at the right button of this video now. Over here, no. It's very important that you do that, Mr. Wa. So, one subscribe to your channel. You can also follow Oh My Ghana back on via Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. And we also at TikTok as well. Your videos no any my idea move to me now. Oh My Ghana back on it is seeking to unite all Ghanaians both home and abroad. And name who said a lot of Ghanaians are yet to find acquire manoni and Asaba manoni no talks about unity. And so and Kampamono acquire just a mere talk. Now me ankasa me hwe me nua pani obi kwame kwabna obi da kokewodi me ne interview obi atwam about your friend say how the misconception about Africa Ghana for to be specific or non so the philosophy, and this man is really helping out or a lot of things. I want to odi ahinkan project bi a omoye friend after service Sunday after church, that's it actually mokasa omoka be efa the self belief system I wo Ghana for mu I was yenya now yetimi develop yankasa yemai Ghana to be specific in this case. Intino ebe say biti no your friend is Peace FM yeni ayinu odi ahinkan dagwaku ye boa nipa odi ahinkan okay me fa no ntimi bi now enti nkrofo oni obi na pon ye program no nkrofo betra so na ye kasa no ade na ya na sem bisa ho say we sometimes want to talk but ye kasa we are what next, you see. Your friend say your chama japia eta kase bi say asase we so no easy for people to give you money, but it's not easy for people to offer you their time. Enti ye kasa ne ye ka but enipa na kasa ni na no say wonni wie openly kasa amaka na ka chisoke ye hia say wo de wo bre say ye trans ye nya meeting ye plan ye nya nema abusuya ya na akoyedin OGB we are a setback ya aka OGB. Yes, somebody can be very simple. Say, ya transia hwehwemu say Ghana and mama yansa and ma ye retrogress all the time. After coming comedy independence, number one, your first politics. A divided ye. Say some me came me say ya boa, monshe, say ya beto ba, say nyam krofo. Ghana will be glad to me to be afraid of fear because of politics. And yes say not political. That means about amanyosam no can say those things now. We are in the middle, politically neutral. Yes, support to party BR. Yes, we believe say there has to be a system. You make me the boy minor. Religion, second one. We see question now. If Nyango Ponwa young religious people you believe we say there's a God of which I may be a part of. Now, if there's a God, now you some say Nyameno one place here. Now say if there's a place, now say if you're all headed to the same destination, then why must it be a division among your friends saying Nyameno you believe so your friends saying supreme being or bakuma anymore. And also there any jemu in the more the ediaba. Where's the media when they where's the media now? We are not here say you be spew and now say you be ginati. Any kind of religious conflict. No. Where you assembly ye bisa. And this is an open secret. So many churches, same God. So many kinds of worship, style of worship, same God. A idea I was getting a question. My friend to baby. And then a first ethnicity. I don't play a role since Adam. Say Africa, and yet Africa to be specific, and they remove our countries. And within countries, societies, communities. Sadly, we are divided. A Juma Ghana blaster, ball cry, yeah, born just say, when we are near my and who some no bebre. Abusia, OGB any has said, yeah, but I bet yeah, all this, but these are questions we want to interrogate. We are here to speak to issues, make argument and also prescribe solution to OGB, yeah, philosophy. Another thing I say, Sadly, mammy say, you remember, say, a kind eshe. And yes, the for Ghana for. And the idea was that the people from one Ghana project to say, So be able to make one unique currency or maybe a woman. Ya carbon mono number one. First in unity. Because ye say ye can't boom never because sadly we bind it, tied it together, say, yeah, I didn't be at the and tell. And your money and tell me be enemy can't wasn't. There are other things, but when we now can be knit together with these three key things, which is politics, religion, and what? Ethnicity. Enti sani mami ansano bibia de befa hu bia no ebe wuramu ebusia mami fa no to baby enti your friend is nkrofo a kasa e wo social media nya no asem se be so mo no se sa wo kasa ewie na akotena kokwa mu wo nko abetuma ya amana ye de bi enti de nkrofo ye freedom fighters here face the country for aye me nua kwabna obenda ko ye obi a wo se wo ye pan africanist na se epetrote Ghanaian oye no se ye nyina ya nka bomu ebusia ne ebe ye no enkonkosi aka. Read the history of the world. Or more many revolutions in the Mabina. So, but support. Say, Nipa be anti and no single person, a single handedly, or bet me and making impact was as so without the help of others. Idea in the end, it will emanate from one person. But then one, I was for support. OG be a kasa. Sabe, all the video cratoa, nobody. Said Nipa Kran Gen Cry said, Ebi, young good Yvonne Nelson, the book or watch out. Meanwhile, I come to Crawford. Archbishop Charles Adinasari wakoka omebia anakrube fen nugupo for ehmasam and common Crawford sukufo nya bianini. Now I'm not saying no disrespect to nugupo for and now say your friends Yvonne Nelson and in the book watch out. Argument na me make it them kofa we edibe na as some person bisare say say man will put a food on a dining table for a starved or a hungry child or mama ni bi or pani bi friend to baby. Now and then person ko video bi na video person ko hwe African leaders and they are speaking up. But there's a caveat. I mean, making argument to be able and some of the solution will come. Your friend saying, Ruto, our Kenya, one a president. And your friend saying, Ramaphosa, or also South African president. Or more bisa questions. Ruto no asama o bisa French president no. The new your friend saying, global financial summit be omo Paris, France. Now, eno grano should ring even an alarm bell. Africa, country back up, and now then one bought your friend is saying other superpowers. We come my Cuba to your friend BRICS. Brazil, Russia, India, China, and then South Africa. And your friend BRICS. President Bajo, if you can put your friend is saying abbreviation was what? BRICS. Into Bino, Ejinama Brazil. Aaron Ejinama Russia. I know Ejinama India. Seeing it in China and now seeing it in South Africa. And Africa can participate some of the journey. Now, some go for you, more gender say, I didn't think we are seeing $1 and at the center of what? Transaction. A second world war and a BBAC, the history of this money buyer, not just say Europe and as see Second World War in the center of Europe war, then America has it. Until no more high safe events. Until remember, and my push a lot of things at the Baha. And America forced to take advantage of $1 no the center of BBR. Even though the British pound sterling, any other denominations be higher than the American dollar. Now, so any kind of international transaction be the center of a year your friend is saying American dollar. And I may at national say Debbie, Mama Yansaya. 1 more year suddenly vim. And America, a free African friend is saying heads of state. Mama Washington DC. And some idea. We recently, President Biden, our current US president, a friend is saying, India, any Indian president, because India is one of the rising economies here. In the world of IT, Asabri, AI, artificial intelligence, well, I know I'm India for any prominence in terms of technology. Yeah, America's areas say, baby, who person who win technology for computer, one of the money there. It was India for your number one areas in they control those things, The Biden and president now. What do you think they are discussing? Nia umeka ewo abonteno de kakra bi o na de yeka wokwo mu. Ye fa no ento baby. Point number 2. Oma baby amukoye summit France, Paris, the capital of what? France, the French, and as the French people and say France. Oma peni no wono, or ye the biggest of the West. And any African leaders ye de nyabre and the chokro ye kasa. Ti Africa for be near. Yes, our leaders are questioning. They are talking. But I needed to listen. Me person you didn't go where your friends route to the other. Mama Yankoti or Nasam, very quick, Romankoti.
I agree with you. I want a global taxation. This is my point.
You're saying is good, but it's not what you're saying.
I love having bold people, and I take the point.
Welcome to Candid Africa, truthful and unapologetic.
What we are saying is different. Is that what you're saying? You're saying is good, but it's not what you're saying. We are not saying that we continue to have what the taxes France is paying, the taxes Kenya is paying in the current setup. Those are national issues. We need a financial transaction tax at a global level where even countries like Kenya pay. We do not want anything for free. You will pay more eventually because you have a bigger economy. We will pay commensurate to our economy. And we want those resources controlled not by IMF and World Bank. Because IMF and World Bank, you have the final say. We don't have no say. We want another organization of equals, where you have as much say because you pay as much as we do because we also pay. That's the organization we are looking for. And that is why we are saying we need a new financial architecture where governance, where power is not on the hands of a few people. We can agree on the governance of the institution. We can agree on the sharing of power so that all of us have access to resources that go to making sure, number one, renewable energy. We invest in decarbonization. Number two, adaptation, mitigation, smart agriculture. Number three, restoring our planet, restoring our biodiversity, and making sure our carbon sinks work. This is what we are saying, and we would appreciate a little understanding. We want to be, we are talking the normal. If we continue talking the normal, Emmanuel, we will never solve this problem. Things are not going forward, they are going backwards. Tokenism, installment will not solve this problem. We have a much bigger problem than the installment we are discussing here will solve. You're not hearing us.
I will, if I may,
yeah.
I will answer you in 2 words to conclude. No, but
and let me just finish one more. When Ajay was saying 1 to 5 or 1 to 1, who is 1 and who is 5? Private sector versus who is 1 and who is 5?
$5 of private sector mobilization for every dollar of money that comes in.
5 from private.
Surely, Ajay. How do you persuade the private sector to bring their money for public good? Private sector is driven by profit, my friend. I mean, unless you persuade me otherwise.
Okay, Abusia, you are warmly welcome back. Now, listen, you heard the man correctly. These are very valid questions, very valid argument. But look, most of this comes with it's just for the cameras. I'm telling you. Oh yeah, who person would do? Who pay your financing, finance and stuff. And penny say ye nina and cranium 8 to 2 crani. I really admire the boldness or the caution papa echo all those things. But notice something in his speech. Okay? Now we're French president demeanor. And you know I don't make those things. There are a lot of videos up where some people are questioning this French president, including Yanya Ghana President Kufuor. A big question will be about their misconception. Or I think DRC, Democratic Republic of Congo, almost president, Estopé, the same Macron. Look, this is not going to end. Do you think the West, you say, these guys are very cunning, okay? And they already did me and I said, now producer, play the video one more time.
I agree with you. I want a global taxation. This is my point.
You're saying is good, but it's not what you're saying.
I love having bold people, and I take the point.
What we are saying is different. Is that what you're saying? You're saying is good, but it's not what you're saying. We are not saying that we continue to have what the taxes France is paying, the taxes Kenya is paying in the current setup. Those are national issues. We need a financial transaction tax at a global level where even countries like Kenya pay. We do not want anything for free.
Thank you. Now, did you notice French President Edimina? Nanka wakate papano. Your friend say Kenya president. Because he was entering an alternate territory, person was or diverting attention. Papa said, Debbie, Mammy, you will respond. And somebody can actually say, now the West are very good in terms of what? Branding. Even branding at DCCA. But the person can say, yeah, branding we are. And one on Asa. I did that one. Any table to win him. You be a drink, I will pepper, I will call it new extra. When bro for no more quality, be no more your farm. Enter more brand that way. And after say you grade the day. You made the day, but at the end of the day, you crop for bay. Look, so Africa 4% fix your problem. It has to start from our societies. It has to start from what? The people. A Nippon, young penny for have to listen to the people. Because I call your man penny no. Ghana credit, not coming him say, Yaman penny for no. But a near my was so mutinwa. Ghana no radio what they don't listen. And then a social media, a penetrate, can mainstream media, a news one day, Yamramono, or my penny no those no. BBC, CNN, anyone, Al Jazeera, Tiabedena, or my penny as a foreign president. And this is why those things are there. Now, I just said this for argument's sake. In front of baby. Now, Omayan Sankote, South African president. One also a creative impression say Africans are not beggars. Nano, on Kazan Reno, maybe I may. Somehow it's not entirely correct.
Rendez-vous est pris pour l'Amazonie. J'ai peut-être donné la parole à Cyril Ramaphosa avant de conclure.
Thank you very much, President Macron. Let me start off by saying, President Lula, don't worry, when we have the BRICS meeting, the issue of currency is top on the agenda, so we are going to discuss it. President Macron, I just want to start off on a very positive note in terms of what I think is evolving here. I think there is consensus that is clearly embraced by everyone that we need to address climate and poverty because they go together, there's a nexus. And as it were, we need to burn the candle on both sides. So that's important, so that's agreed. And we all recognize and accept that we need capital at scale to address the key challenges that many countries in the world face, particularly the developing economy countries. And we also would be agreed that there needs to be more cooperation and coordination between your development banks, multilateral development banks, and the private sector. There needs to be coordination so that there is no fragmentation, which you kept talking about. But I think what is important to many of us is that there should be solid consensus on the reform of the financial architecture of the world. Because without that reform, the dreams and the objectives that we have to address our challenges will not be realized. And those reforms need to touch on a whole range of issues. Mr. Mo Ibrahim yesterday even spoke about something that we may think is insignificant, that the boards of directors of your multilateral institutions are not made up of independent directors. They are largely internal people or shareholders. So that in itself, for us, it's an important reform. We also need to look at the distribution of the special drawing rights. I find it a bit difficult to be told that this is set in the rules and it will forever be like that. and that it's either you get 0 or you get 34 billion. In our view, this is not a zero-sum game. It's a game where we all need to be dealt with equity in an equitable manner. And there is a need for reform in that regard as well. And the other important thing for this to happen, it will help us not to participate as unequal cousins in these institutions. It will help us to participate fully, and so that we don't have a sense that we are beggars, that we are being dealt with out of generosity. I think it's important in the new era that the world is in now that there should be a good measure of equality among sovereign nations. You know, recently, 7 African countries decided to go and put a call for peace to Ukraine and to Russia. And we raised a number of issues. Zambia was represented, Comoros was represented, Republic of Congo was represented, Senegal was represented, Uganda, as well as South Africa. So we were all represented, and Egypt as well. So we were all at one, that even as we were going to address an issue of the war which has had a negative impact on the African continent, which is the rise in prices for food, rise in prices for fertilizers, we were clear that we are not going there as beggars. We're not going to ask for a favor to both Ukraine and Russia. We were going there to say, open up the Black Sea Channel so that the grains and the fertilizers should go into the world market. So we were not on a begging mission, even as we are in great need as a continent and all that. That should go to demonstrate that Africa should never be seen as a continent that needs generosity. We want to be treated as equals. Even in the multilateral institutions, we want to be treated as equals.
Thank you very much. Now, what here now, as some person from say Africans are not beggars. Now, that is not entirely true. We put you up an argument. Now, this for argument's sake. I'm not making anybody unpopular. OGB is politically neutral. I'm sure we are non-political, non-ethnic, and not religious group. My main issue this disclaimer. Say, video this disclaimer may issue not I'm here to speak to what? Issues. Make argument and prescribe solutions. That is OGB standard. We are politically neutral. Okay, Yentwaso. Now, go to Ghana's hospital. And bank for that's one. But 90% of them I empower. Abrofia use wejai. Because Ghana has said this, no, somehow, for whatever reason, no, and Yama Omundi Kogu Omo in Ebu Ayamono, about the Kokraba, but majority of them, they use wejai. Yako baby, ye pe grant, ye pe loan. Nyana Ghana got loan from IMF. Ebusia loan. Recently, you. It is organized Africans are not beggars. Mutie Ruto Ninsama no Kano, Kenya president now. And yes, ye pedila, ye pay IMF, yes. The West can do that. Look, ready, young people. Obey the term IMF need if you okay. Or the term for Eddie about. May say they are very good at what your friend is saying, branding. But not any than one more the same ideology and the woman. Name all you person you can't say a bread to say you can't. Now you started development, you know, you started change, you know, you started revolution, you know, from the societies. The ordinary people. There are a lot of Ghana from where, I mean, naturally talented there. And never be able to my empower was some American. You won't grow for Ghana, only to my empano, our Ghana. And yet, because of policy at the end, the next person, but I maybe a different political party, they will quash all those things and say, maybe so maybe Some men me by me to so that idea of individualistic selfishness in the highest order. Me, we, and as and I, no, and no, this is where OGB stand. Now, put up our website at www.omaganabackman.org. www.omaganabackman.org. Ebusia ko na ko register. But dom ekubata kesia it is OGB ewazawi. Look, to make long story short and to conclude, and someone person making and say, speaking and talking publicly, making all these bold predictions, no, it's not enough. It's just the tips of the iceberg. A revolutionary says start to say a bit me decode by what? Your friends say casting out all the trash by way number one, education. And Nema and you fin what you run a go Africa for you will be more. And my intimate nyene and the LCA. Religion and Nema be a woman and my microphone to me logical reasoning. We need to unlearn those things. Ethnicity. But look, happening in Anwa, education. Because through education, and now be to me, I set up policies and Nema, ube to me a dear generation be itrimo. Say Africa, or maybe a bit more for nipa 100 and 1,000, or the 100 in po. Now you bet to me grumio. Actually, with the African history. And you are more agile free, and you may be a abrafona baye. Near decode those information. Near Africa, the Epesiaco. Near my Epesium, the Archipesium, and the Gusedi Panajimo. Within the next 50 to 100 years, Africa will change. OGB taking it. We are doing something now to save the next generation. If it's a super way and charity asamati. Now follow Omagana back on via Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. Obadiano, on shout. Sajita and see I want to make me one. Now, made me reaction this year. And now, to make what I see me, no, I'm doing me, my did you, bro. OGB right now. OGB right. What no? OGB right. Now, I'm okay. OGB right. Yankasa, Yedi. Ubet my visit website. www.ogb-right.com. www.ogb-right.com. And the second sponsor here, Ghana Pan-African Teas. Over my visit almost website www.GhanaPanAfricanTeas.com. www.GhanaPanAfricanTeas.com. Ghana Pan-African Teas and name simply affordable. As I did no see no one to me can be one. Na Muso Francis. Thank you very much.
Hi good people, so let me introduce to you the new app and service in town. It is the OGB Ride. If you're thinking a private car to any destination, OGB Ride is the new app. Well, for your comfort, for your security, now there are categories like the comfort ride, the taxi ride, and the luxury ride. Now you want to download the app today. Patronized, made in Ghana. It is by the people, for the people. If you're thinking development and jobs for young people, OGB Ride is the thing. This is our own. So download the app today and you won't regret it.
OGB Ride.